Alright. There we go. Had a little issue there. Everything should be fine. Let's go ahead and get the prediction up and then start talking about the operation. I'm going to go ahead and set it to 20 minutes for this OFCRA match. Alright. I just completely blanked for half a second. Oh my god, here we go. Yep, we'll keep that for 20 minutes, and we'll let that go. Alright, C, how you doing, buddy? You know, I gotta ask you, man, how have you been enjoying the Arma ops on the ground? We have a second before everyone else gets in. I need to start, you know, putting everything down, but I've noticed in terms of attendance in all of my operations for the past 2 months, you have, I think, been the one that has attended at least 95% of them. Like, I know for a fact every time we do a training op, you're there. You're the one that has the most training ops. You've been to every single one this rotation. Everyone else has at least missed one, but you've been hitting those on the head. So what are you thinking, man? I want to pick your brain. What do you think I could improve on, you know? Do you get a bonus point? No, unfortunately not, but you being there gets you the most points, of course, but I'm curious, what do you think that training docket needs? From an opinion of someone who's been there since the beginning. And while you and I shoot the shit about that, we're waiting for OFCRA to be sorted because they had to do a hot fix like 30 minutes ago, and some people are still fixing themselves from that. This is going to be about a 100-player match. Interesting. But I'm curious what your thoughts are. And remember, after this, we will have... oh, excuse me. POG, pay for campaign. A lot is going to be changed in the scenario. So much so that I have to actually go in and do another little bit of editing, but there's a lot more equipment in play now, and it should be very exciting. But otherwise, the operation in itself here, I have on the mission link to how the operation is going to be broken down. I'll get into that in a moment. I'm just curious. I'll give C another minute to do some writing, because him and I are having a slight conversation. In other news, I don't think... Actually, no, I know for a fact I won't be able to stream it, but Stillwater Security Solutions, the group we play with on Saturday nights, I'm going to start running a game of Texas Hold'em after the op. We're going to use the in-game Stillwater currency we use for all of our equipment to play poker. I did a test run with them. I cleaned house. It was kind of funny, but, you know, just as a company poker night, you know? Yeah, sure, see, I'd appreciate that. I always like occasionally like going up to one of the players that recently, you know, jumped in, played for a few months, and I just always ask for their opinion on everything, because I'm curious, you know? There's definitely things I know I can improve as a Zeus, and then my model of, you know, I have to get, you know, at least like 5 to 7 ops out a week for a community. I know that, you know, means it's going to be a little less in the quality department compared to other Zeuses, but that's why, you know, I focus on trying to bring in, you know, some of the best makers of missions I know to help, raise that quality, but yeah, I'm always curious about everything. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into the scenario. Bobby, how you doing, you illiterate crazy man, you? Alright, here's how this mission is going to go. Blue 4 is going to be mainly in the defensive here, Op 4 on the offensive. The outpost here is worth 2 points, so whoever has control of that outpost by the end of the 90-minute round, because this is OFCRA, will win that 2-point group here. Blue 4, meanwhile, they have to protect a bunch of VIPs in the village and the humanitarian camp. There are 2 teachers, a doctor, a priest, and an assistant. Each of them are worth 1 point. If Blue 4 can keep them alive by the hour 15-minute marker, they are worth a point each. If Op 4 can go in and kill them before the hour 15-minute marker, then they are also worth a single point each. And then there's also a supremacy bonus of if you have at least 8 or more people alive by the end of the game, you gain an additional 3 points. FNF is the only community where if you outright wipe your opponent, you win by default. Every other PvP community we've covered doesn't seem to have that rule. Otherwise, Blue 4 and Op 4 spawning in 2 separate groups. I know for a fact Op 4 has a T-34 in play. I don't know much else, but let's go ahead and look. I see a BA-64, which is a scout car, is in play today for Op 4 as well. Some BM-37s, which I believe are transport. Blue 4 has an M2 60mm, which is a 60mm mortar. We also see some universal carriers on Blue 4's side, so those are Bren carriers, World War II era vehicles here. I see some ZIS-5Vs for Op 4, those I think are just transport trucks. I do see some half-tracks in play as well, M5A1, so Op 4 have that. Blue 4 have a pack gun. By the way, T-34 and pack gun, it explicitly states that the HE's been removed, so they can't just HE each other. There's also an armored car Mark II on Blue 4 with its removed HE, so it definitely has some sort of cannon. And it looks like the rest seem to be transport trucks, some more half-tracks on Op 4. And then Blue 4, we see a Willys Jeep, a 191A4, so that's the little 30 cal gun box. And then it looks like this is going to mainly be a World War II era weaponry and vehicle fight. I do see some additionals though. Op 4, I see some FM24s, I see some MAT 49s. Blue 4, I see Springfields, I see Browning for the auto rifle, some bazookas. Mosins and Mausers for Op 4. Blue 4 also have some Lee Enfields. I see some Garans, some M1A1s as well. What would be an M1A1 as a vehicle? Not a vehicle, excuse me, that would be the Abrams, obviously, but as an infantry weapon. Because that could mean so many different things. I see some PPSHs, so it's a big mix of mostly World War II era weaponry on the roster here. And I'd imagine there's probably not going to be that much body armor as well. Why is my follower thing not firing? What the heck? Here, let me go see if I can diagnose that real quick, because that should have, That should have worked. I don't know why it didn't. My freaking alert box is now being silly. That's unfortunate. We're gonna kind of need that for tonight. Looks like everything's good on my end, so I guess the bot has decided to die. But anyway, C, thanks for the 20 gift subs, my friend. If you got a sub from C, make sure you thank him or her. Otherwise, hope you all keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, making sure it's on, because I know we turned it off a few days ago because we were getting bot follower spam messages. M1A1 Thompson, you're probably right, Racknecko. That would make the most sense. Oh, man. God, we have a lot of stuff in here. We have the old Milsim Units logo from the 24-hour op. We've got, let me make sure it's facing away from me. We got the frickin' camera for DayZ shit. It's currently looking at my fucking ceiling. We have this for tonight. That's gonna be important for the paper campaign. And then we have the old Fallout wheel here, too. But yeah, I don't know why the followers thing is glitching the heck out. I'm assuming the server got oofed. It was working earlier today, though, because we got a donation for the goat to slowly follow ground command, but they kept outpacing it, which is great. How hot is it today, Razor? If you're British and you say 76 degrees Fahrenheit, I will slap you. Otherwise, all right, the round has begun. Let's go ahead and have a look at everything. But otherwise, again, final reminder, guys, Op 4 is attacking, Blue 4 is defending 5 VIPs. They're worth 1 point each. Whoever has control of the outpost by the end of the round will gain an additional 2 points. And then if you have 8 or more people alive on your side by the end of the round, you will gain an additional 3 points. Depso is commanding Blue 4. Op 4 being commanded by Ventlage. I have never seen him or her command before, so this should be interesting. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look over at Op 4's roster here. So we've got a lot of World War II era weaponry here. I see some SVT-40s, some M... Those are Car 98s.
What are we doing?
Those are the French semi-auto rifles. Those are, gosh, yep, Morcar 98s, Mat 49 submachine guns. We have, I think that's the French version of the brand, their light machine gun, which is a top-fed magazine. More K98s here. We got a Panzer. We have a Panzer Faust, but Panzer Shrek rounds. That's kind of funny. Some ammo tins as well. There's the Panzer Shrek. The assistant just gets that, but we have the BA-64 right here. Crewmen have some PPSHs, and we also have the half-tracks there. So that's the southern group for OPFOR. Looking at the northern group. They're MAS 49s, my bad. I know OPFOR have some SVT-40s somewhere. Here are the SVT-40s. All right. Otherwise, we got some of those transport trucks, some some stolen German half-tracks, but repainted as Soviet. Here's the T-34 I mentioned. They also have 2 mortars. Okay. So those are those are Russian mortar systems, I believe. So we might have some mortar fights going on. We see PTRD right here, the anti-tank rifle.
Green spots.
But otherwise, there's going to be Mosins in play, probably PPSHs. We see some Lee Enfields, some MAS 49s. Okay, no, I don't see any Lee Enfields on the other side. We got a scope weapon right there. Bolt action, though. DP-27s for the auto rifleman. That's cute. All right. Blue Force Southern Group. We have the armored car, which is adorable. That looks like a French variant. It's got some smoke launchers right here, though. That's a bit modern. And then we've got the coax gun on the side. Adorable. All right, otherwise these guys are going to be probably rocking more Blue 4-based arms. So these are Lee Enfields. All right. We see the M1A1 Thompsons. We see some M1 carbines of different models. Did that bitch just echo? Why is she echoing?
Hear me tell Depso that I can hear him,
but
he cannot hear me.
Oh no. Oh crap.
FGB.
DeBaron, thanks for the 10-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick-out scenario. And yeah, well, there are some Springfields in play as well. They got some bayonets on the end. That's quite interesting. We also have that 1919 A4 on the rear of a Willys Jeep, and then we got some GM transports and some more Willys Jeeps in the back. Northern group, meanwhile, is going to have, those are the Bren carriers there. We've got some more Willys Jeeps. We got that Pack 40 in play here. Some ammo boxes and medical weaponry. It looks like these are going to be more the British focus. So these are finally, after misspeaking multiple times, we find the actual Lee Enfields, some Sten guns, some carbines. All right, that's not too bad. And then we have Blue Force spawning in the village itself. That appears to be Command Team. So Command gets a carbine. We got a few additional people here, but looks like it's just AI pieces. And then we got some additional forces here, including a marksman, para-marksman actually, and then some RTOs. And then their mortar is located here as well. 4 boxes of smoke, 2 boxes of high explosive, and then an additional ammo box here. Interesting. So the VIPs are somewhere in this town. They're not marked on my interface, though. So, oh, God, we have a... Oh, that's a nice piece of hardware. And then we have a Maxim gun up here. So it's a little defended around here with some sandbags and whatnot. I don't know how they were able to get it raised up there, but I hope it's sturdy enough to hold that gun. I always get so much shit when I do stuff like that, but in every other armor community, it's commonplace to do stuff like that to give it nice firing lines, so... whatever, fuck the haters. We got another Maxim that's a standing variant over here. And we have a nice 2-story building over on this area to overwatch everything. Let's go ahead and look at that outpost as well. I'm also going to locally mute myself so when people die, they don't start screaming in my ear because the plugin broke for that. Yeah, right, the Flak 88 is indeed a scary piece of hardware. And then the outpost is literally just this wooden building. Oh my god. Outpost can barely fit like a 10-man team here. And then you got this area back here dug out, and then you can use this stairwell up here to get above. So yeah, it's a good Overwatch point at the very least. I wonder if Blue 4 is going to push anything to take it, or if OPFOR is going to leave anything on it, you know? But I'd definitely say Blue 4 have a really good amount of defensive utilization here. What does scare me, though, is the fact that OpFor has 2 mortars, and if they wanted to do a pincer attack on this AO to hit both at the same time, they very well could shell this AO. Now the only thing we really need to look for are where these VIPs allegedly are, because that's going to help me keep track of the AO a little bit better. But in all honesty, they could be anywhere. I think they just have to stay in the blue zones. Alright, so here's one, for example. So, like I said, it's going to be really difficult for me to keep track of those people. We have some civilian neutral vehicles in play from the World War II mods as well. But I'm going to be honest with you, if you find that OpFor has kind of like taken over and swept an entire area, then it's entirely possible that, you know, OpFor's probably killed at least 2 or 3 of the VIPs in that zone. But yeah, my inability to be able to track the VIPs is going to be a little difficult, because that is a bulk of the points. That's at least half of the potential points a side can score. So I'll do my best here, but if we see one side outright dominating, then it's a high likelihood that, you know, they're going to take the entire round. But like I said, guys, we'll be doing OFCRA, and then we've got the POG Pay for Campaign for tonight. And then tomorrow's streams, we're going to have another 12:30 op. It's going to be a Ruby Ridge-styled horror operation, you know, FBI, ATF, Raid Gone Wrong. Then we're going to cover some FNF, and then I'm going to try to sneak in and maybe play some more Sisters of Battle stuff. And then we'll wrap it up with some DayZ before I, you know, hit a vacation for a week. We'll be back Saturday night. The following week, I believe the 14th, we'll go right into Stillwater Security Solutions. And what I'm trying to seamlessly do is I'll have all my announcements for that set of ops for when I get back. So Sunday, we're going to be doing Ape Escape. I already designed the AO. It's going to be really funny. Player base is only going to be given tasers and cable ties, and I've disabled their ability to just run up and cable tie units because that would make it too easy. They're going to have to tase 100 gorillas, put them in trucks, and ship them away. And while they do it, there's going to be a news crew that covers it, and I really hope we get someone else streaming that POV because it'll be funny as hell. Anyway, round has begun. We'll see OpFor start to drive in the AO, picking some dismount points. We'll see if anyone on Blue 4 tries to move over to the outpost. Blue 4 might also try to go down and set up some choke points along these river crossings here, but anything's possible. Yeah, good luck, Bobby. I mean, Stillwater like to bully people a lot more than I do. And Bobby is one of the very few people in my community that gets bullied. I'm scared if Bobby goes to that group. Bobby, I love you, buddy. Bobby is such a crazy mad lad that he literally made me revive the illiterate tag in my community after like a 3 or 4 year hiatus. I don't know how he did it. Actually, I do know, but we're not going to go into detail. But otherwise, what I'm thinking for Monday is we'll hit it with another Ukrainian training op, because I really want to finish that map by the end of this rotation. That's my goal. They got absolutely fucked on that previous mission, both Blue 4 and OpFor, because they went too heavy on the little PvP aspect of it and it cost them. But, you know, we'll see what we can do. But I'm thinking for the second op, we'll either start the Richter Von Fluffers arc with the Cat Girls, or we'll do one of the other one-offs.
Send in Goat Team 6.
No. Yeah, that's scaring me. Because the voice is echoing. Have you noticed that on the followers announcement? That is really worrisome. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why? Why is it doing that? I have no idea. What date did I say? So Ape Escape, the first mission is going to be the Sunday I get back. So I think that's the 15th. And then Ukraine is going to continue on 16th with the training stuff. And then we'll either start up another one of the one-offs IO from the D-Goal list or the Richter Von Fluffer's SCP Catgirls arc. Because again, my goal right now is to get the rest of those missions done by the end of September, because I'm already taking out a big chunk of September's time for my vacation. And then when I get back, by that coming Friday, this is also the last Friday, by the way, that we're doing the shrimp outfit, but for DayZ. But that next DayZ stream I come back to is when we'll have the October Deagle Soundless going. But yeah, I'll be down in the Outer Banks, relaxing. Alright, Op4, it looks like the southern spawn has decided to race through the forest. And is still struggling a little bit to get through some of that, but it looks like they're going to be going for maybe a wide attack angle and hitting humanitarian camp from the southeast. Meanwhile, the northern spawn is trying to find, I guess, a position to cross along the river here. Blue 4 trying to set up some defensive positions with some of their Brent carriers, though, so they might be able to get some interception. But for now, we're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah, my goal for October is to do a massive amount of spooky ops. We're going to at least have, I want to say, 20 operations on the docket. We got to remember, my long-term goal right now, the reason we're going like double down with all of the, you know, the pay for campaign for POG and all of these documentation D-goal lists for DayZ is because I'm raising my money for my wedding fund with Bloodwing, which is not for another year and some change, you know? But I like to get things squared away ahead of time, then I can take maybe a break for a month and just focus on taxes instead. Yeah, we'll definitely have some weekend ops, because I know there's been a few people that have come into the community recently that have asked about, you know, our op times, and the standard ones, again, we have the 12:30 and the 3 o'clock slot on weekdays, mainly because I try to line up my schedule with my fiance, who works like a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. Also, bricks aren't nice. But, you know, that's the way when she gets off of work, her and I can, you know, chill for the rest of the day. I will be at FNF tomorrow for at least 2 round stream. But, you know, it means that, you know, for mainly North American players, I only have the weekends, and then maybe once in a while I can also sneak something else in, but, you know, I also work in a lot of different communities. I got all this other stuff to maintain, so it's tough. And then I have a meeting. I might have to go on my phone and tune in. There is, I'll leak this to you guys right now because I'm not NDA'd. I know, Yanni, yeah, I'm sorry. My brain is in so many different places right now because, again, I'm trying to get as much stuff as I can squared away before vacay, but I've got a meeting later today because there's a potential 12-hour SOG Prairie Fire op that's going to be happening later this month. And I got to finalize the AOs with them. But anyway, Yanni, buddy, how are you doing? Thank you for the 32-month resub. Hope everything's been A-okay with you, buddy, and hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, alright, I'll play making. Well, like I said, October is going to be the new focus for me soon, but we got to get all this other stuff done. I'm curious to see if they're actually going to be able to get that half track over the bridge. I think it's thin enough. It is just barely thin enough. Holy crap. Ah! Yeah, no, that's actually gonna work, and that's the funniest thing. Meanwhile, these guys are trying to find a way through. They've actually damaged their vehicle a little bit, trying to find another way, because that bridge is taken by rocks, but they can then route to that other side. I'm not sure the 34 is gonna be able to fit through it, but we'll see. But I'll be honest, guys, earlier in the week, from like Sunday to Wednesday, until we finally got it fixed, I was spending a lot of time trying to unfuck the server and getting ready to have to migrate it, which means I have to completely like re-download all the mod sets, do a new set of server-side testing. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. But the desync was getting really, really bad, and it sucks because I wanted to do another like 3 Zeus missions this week. That way I could have a lot of stuff for you guys to watch on the VODS channel, but because of all that, now I'm going to be probably doing 1 VOD a day instead of my standard 2 till I get back from vacay, because otherwise I won't have enough, you know? And of course, Enti coming in with the raid, how you doing? And before I can even ask him what mod of Arma 3 he was playing, he tells me the zombie one. NT, I occasionally lurk on his channel, and I like to jokingly ask him what mods of Arma 3 he's playing, even when he's playing other games, because I like to fuck with him. I use Havoc hosting, and I'm gonna be honest, 99 out of 100 times they are reliable. There's just been a recent Arma 3 update that's caused a lot of issues. But, I mean, whenever Arma 3 updates the base game, there's always some issues somewhere with mods or something else or some other crazy shit happening, you know? Anyway, let's go ahead and look over at the other OP4 group, and then we'll check over at Blue 4. So OP4, they're trying to set up staging points on the southern side. Looks like I'm correct in the fact that they're going to be doing a southeastern attack. Still waiting to see where this northern group goes. Blue 4, I really don't understand what they're doing. They're setting up some really far blocking positions. Maybe on the off chance they'll catch some OP4, but at the very least, that then puts Blue 4 on the rear of OP4's advancing. Then they can, you know, start doing some rear attacking. Blue 4 hasn't moved any forces up to the outpost position, but they're pretty close as they're trying to figure out where OP4 is coming in from. So we're going to have another, like, you know, 10-15 minutes of trying to figure out what's going on. I think OP4 is also trying to find a way for the tank to get through here. It's not World War II. It's World War II, like, gear, weaponry, or whatnot, but it's meant to be a little later. I'd say Cold War era between the Nigerian military fighting insurgent groups. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. So I would do a dedicated server, but Havoc lets me use that server for free. It's only a 40-man server, but I don't. If I ever need more, I've got another server I can use for the, you know, the 60, the 80, the 100 player MCOs or whatnot. But I'm gonna be honest, nowadays whenever I need to host, you know, a multi-community operation, there's usually another community that already has the infrastructure, and I can just go on there and work with them rather than, you know, having my own box. But again, because Havoc gives me that thing for free as long as I advertise them in my YouTube links, and again, 99 out of 100 times they're pretty reliable. And something I really do like about Havoc is they have a method on the server where I can just literally make a list of mod links and then hit one button, and they can download literally hundreds of gigabytes of mods in a few minutes. I just have to have a stable connection. And the only time where that's bitten me in the ass is when my computer forces a window update. Or if the mod is like the East Asia War mod, where they have a bunch of Chinese characters in the name and it like screws with it. And it doesn't know how to parse them into the text to actually like source the mod or whatnot. It's kind of funny. Alright, looks like they're slowly getting those half tracks up. And maybe they'll try moving the tank over that area, but otherwise the tank is definitely going to need a bridge. I think this water might be a little too deep to flood the engine, but you can always try a repair spam, but we'll see where that tank goes. For now, it's staying along the rear. But yeah, I've been happy with them. I've been working with them for at least seven or 8 years, to be honest. And then whenever I do have an issue, I just shoot them an email, and they usually get back to me within an hour. And if I don't, then I just shoot them a message on Discord, and they get back to me within a few minutes. It's pretty good. So, you know, why get my own dedicated box and then, you know, set up TATS on it and then have to manage that with my own internet connection when instead I've got a, you know, a free alternative? Don't get me wrong, I think about it once in a while. There's a lot better security I can do on my own box compared to a dedicated server, but at the same time, it's a lot more work. And what I can already do with that server, because if you've been with me for a while, faster is the new TADS, you're right, sorry. But again, that's how dated I am on dedicated servers, because I haven't ran it in so long. It's been a while since I touched a dedicated box, you know? But, like, even when you-know-who DDoSed me for frickin' 10 or 11 weeks, or, you know, once in a while we have some other chucklehead I piss off that tries to do it for a week, I've got tools on that box to be able to figure out what's going on. I could have better control with my own, you know, dedicated box, but at the same time, you know, what I have is there. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, Arma's a very old game. It's a very old engine. It's not that hard to do a DDoS attack on it, if you know what you're doing. Which thankfully few people do, but, you know. Oh, there's still those types of people out there, but even so. I'm just happy that it was a quick fix. That's not just a DT, that's a... I think that's a DP or a DL. That's an older style DP, but it's got the bipod and everything. And sometimes it also comes with a scope, but it looks like that got removed. Yeah, it's just the irons there. Oh, Bobby, you adorable idiot. I love you. Alright, so it looks like the tank and the two cars now use this same bridge to get by. That's quite nice. Don't worry about it, Bobby. A snack that tastes bad. But yeah, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I've got so many damn stories. I still... I mean, what other job can you say, yeah, I've been DDoSed by other YouTubers, I've had death threats thrown my way all the time, I once killed an entire community with an Elstalfo meme. I once killed a community just by showing up and doing what they paid me to do and nothing else. I once went into a community and just me appearing in the Discord without me even saying anything because I joined it. I'm like, alright, I'll deal with this later. I come back and there's this massive, like, hate spam of all these random people that I've never met before that apparently hate my guts. Like, I've got so many funny stories when it comes to this. I am apparently a menace. How does Elstalfo kill a community? Alright. Yeah, we still got time. OFCRA, I mean, they're taking their sweet-ass time to actually set up an attack here. Blue 4 is still holding. Here's how I killed a community with an Elstalfo meme. This was about 4 or 5 years ago. Two people in my community were having an argument, a playful argument, not even anything bad. Like, they were just memeing in our meme channel. And one of them literally posted a picture of Elstalfo, which I don't even know. She's from, like, some Fate anime, or I don't even know, in all honesty. But it's basically one of those, you know, generic femboy anime characters that you see all the time. And, the meme was captioned, you know what? Unboys your Elstalfo. And it was basically a drawing of a fully clothed, mind you, Elstalfo character with a, I would say, like a triple D rack. And then, you know, smiling. And I don't know why, but this one trans person that was in our Discord, because I was, again, I've been working with other communities for a while. They were from another community. They saw that, and they had one of the biggest triggered mental breakdowns I had ever seen. So they saw that in my Discord. They then went back to the Discord they were from, and they basically started making these massive paragraphs about raging. About how it basically triggered them and they felt uncomfortable and blah, 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 over a meme. And apparently other people joined into the conversation, and then other people asked, like, what's going on? And people started arguing in that Discord to the point the owner stepped in, and then they started fighting with the owner about it. And next thing I know, like a day later, the owner shuts down the Discord. And that was an Arma community. Over all of the arguing about a meme that that one person saw in my Discord. I wish I was making that up. Like, a picture caused literally like I think it was like a 100 player community to just and I'm like, what? Like, I'm sitting about it, a few people are telling me about it, and I'm just like, what? Okay. Cool? Maybe? That actually kind of sucks for the people that were just there to play, but it's like, how does that devolve? How does that devolve like that? Someone just got TP'd up. You saw that little dash across. But like I said, I've got, I think, 5 different community killing stories. Some of them based off of my personal actions, some of them based off of things that happened in my Discord. One of them happened, I wasn't even a part of it, but it's the latest one too, which I thought was kind of interesting after I've got all the details. But I'm like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, it's wild, dude. I'm Harry Potter. How am I Harry Potter? The chosen one? I just Avada Kedavra and Arma Serpent. Oh my god. And I agree with that statement, Charlotte, which is why whenever I'm around in the community, I try never to step on anyone's toes. I barely will speak to anyone. I'll just, you know, join casual conversations or whatnot, but I'll just go in, I'll do what they've either asked me or paid me to do, and then I'll get the hell out. Something like that also happened to me in a Helldivers community with a dating show joke. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not because of any of those terms, aka Helldivers or, you know, a dating show joke, but just because there are people that exist like that that will get literally insane over nothing. You know? It's the funniest thing. But watching it in real time, like, there's a difference between me telling you about it and then you thinking, oh, it can't be that bad. And then compared to watching someone actually type out these paragraphs of them going through their own, like, personal daddy issues or trauma or anything, and then tying it to this one Astolfo meme. And here I am going, like, what is someone putting an anime chick image have to do with your dad? Like, some of the stuff I read that day was unhinged beyond belief, but good God. Crazy how that works. But I'll say it here. Some of y'all on the internet, some of y'all need therapy. And this wasn't 2024, this was like 2019. This was like 2019, 2020. No, it might have been even older. Because, I'll say this, the community that died, they got revived, and now the owner is a good friend of mine. But when it happened back in the day, just like, Jesus Christ, it was nuts. I think another one of my favorite ones was when a community paid me, which I guess, for legal terms, I have to say, in quotes, they donated to my channel, and then I decided to show up there to represent them, you know, give them a streaming platform, but I digress. I was paid to be there. And the op was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world. It was closer to the worst, but not absolutely the worst. That goes to the 501st, but Starsim. The owner got super drunk, jumped out, this was a Halo op, jumped out of a Pelican, and then tried to shoot us down. And then when they tried to talk him down in the debrief, he started throwing a bunch of slurs, which I had to quickly censor from my stream. And then started yelling at his second in command, called him more slurs, and then yelled at me. Meanwhile, I'm streaming all this, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then he just raged. He just rage quit. And I'm like, all right, that's crazy. All right, whatever. This was the same community where they had a custom textured Hornet. And I went up to it to look at it, and then someone yelled at me for getting near his quote-unquote Hornet. I'm like, what? Then why is it next to where we're, like, lining up to do shit? Like, bro. But I agree, bro had a bad day. Something crazy like that. And then, after the fact, I decided to delete the VOD because we weren't quick enough to censor when he, you know, started using some of his gamer words. Also, it's round 1, by the way. OFCRA only does a main round and then a bonus round, but I never covered the bonus round. So I delete the VOD, but I still put it on YouTube because YouTube on the VODs channel doesn't really care that much. A few days later, a different person reaches out to me and goes like, hey, can you take that down? It doesn't really give us a good look in the limelight. And I'm like, okay, 1 second. I then reach out to the owner, who, you know, gave me the money. And I'm like, hey, do you mind if I take the VOD down? And then he starts cussing me out. And I'm like, what? So I go back to the other guy, because he also then said, like, no, you're going to keep it up because I gave you money. You're going to keep that thing up. And I'm like, okay. So I go back to the other guy and it's like, all right, here is a verbatim, like a screenshot of our conversation we literally just had. Here's the timestamps. I guess I'm keeping it up. And then the other guy starts cussing at me. I'm like, what? What? Okay. It was, that unit fell apart a few days later, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I've met some crazies in this game. How many red flags do you want in the community? Yes. All of this, meanwhile, OFCRA is literally circling this AO like a group of vultures here. They've spent 25 minutes doing that. So, I don't know, with the points of the 5 VIPs in these 2 areas being worth a point each, and cashing at the hour 15 mark, they're not leaving a lot of time to actually do the assaulting. And then no one on OFCRA has gone for the outpost objective either, so it's just a slow encirclement of these areas here, with no one noticing each other yet, but that might change if these guys notice what's going on over here. But we'll keep our eyes out for some actual contact and engagement of each other. Oh no, Bobby. That's the reason why I lightly bully you, is because you're a tree, alright? You understand your shtick. You're like an idiot savant. I've met very, very few people like you, and they've always been a true blessing. That's why I like you, buddy. There's other people, though, that... Whew, let's just say I appreciate being able to have absolute power in my own community, because there's been a few people ever since I, you know, fragmented off of TSB and started doing my own thing, where I get a whiff of them. They come in, they, you know, act like anyone else, and then they see something that they don't like, and then they go off, and I'm very quick to just get rid of them. Because, good God, if something in the meme channel or something someone said is going to, you know, send you off like that, can you imagine what they're going to do in an Arma 3 op? When they're given explosives or a gun? Oh, yeah. No. You're not allowed here, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm convinced dude just didn't give a shit. Probably. Community exists. Wait, no. Alright, 1, community exists. 2, Liru shows up for whatever reason. 3, question marks. 4, community explodes. 5, profit. Where's the profit in it for me, though? Usually it's not profit, it just... There's no step 4. I've replaced the word profit with confusion. Some people just need thicker skin. I agree. And I'm going to be honest, this is why I'm actually kind of thankful for people like Billman, Sniper Wolf, and What's That, because I definitely started off all this shit as a snowflake back in, what, 2016? They bullied my ass for like 2 to 3 years until I developed a thick skin and realized, hey, all this shit doesn't matter. You know, just go in, do your thing, get out. And that's why part of me is thankful for them. Because holy shit, that needed to be done. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, there's a lot of YouTubers out here that need to be bullied. Alright, there's a lot of special snowflakes that have really big pedestals out there. I've worked with a few of them on this game. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm not going to tell you about them, but catch me somewhere where we're not streaming. Hell, I was doing that with Stillwater a few nights ago. I was going over all the people that I like to work with and that I didn't. But here, I'll give you a quick TLDR of all the people that I liked working with back in the day, since we're still waiting for OFCRA to encircle their frickin' circular attack on these 2 AOs. Let's see. Top of my head. No particular order. Karma Cut. Liked working with him. I'll be honest, it was a bit tough to pin him down sometimes because that man is not just a channel. He's literally like the head of his own company and does all this other crazy shit. So a lot of it, I was working with the people under him, but I never felt that there was any, like, you know, weight being shoved around. And the one time that it was actually quickly handled. They were pretty cool people to work with. But Karma, great guy. Jester, same thing. You're going to work a little more directly with him, but also pretty chill. Just don't get on his bad side. I mean, same with any of these guys. Drewski, super chill, but he's definitely, if he's there, it's because he's getting his way on something. But he's, you know, super big channel, so he can do that, you know? His name commands that, similar to how...
Send in GOAT Team 6.
I don't know, like
now.
if Frankie came back to DayZ, people would literally bow to the man, you know? Drewski is on that level. SOG Prairie Fire dev team, also pretty cool guys. Just don't get on Rob, aka Eggbeast's bad side. If you can do that, then you're good. I mean, those are just the biggest people I can think of on the top of my head. I've worked with a few others, but like I said, I'm not going to say anything bad about anyone on this stream, please. Anyway, Jared, thanks for giving Nemesis a gift sub. It didn't echo that time, did it? You didn't get an echo from it, so I think it just fixed itself. Maybe the server was double inputting, but... Nonetheless, hope you both keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. And I agree with Yanni. Nemesis there, he's the worst. I mean, damn, Nemesis, I mean, he's actually now, he's been a community manager for SOG for a while, you know. He does all this PvP stuff with FNF. I mean, he's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Totally abuses his power. In fact, he is the reason why SOG Prairie Fire Nickel Steel hasn't released any updates for that content. All those other jets. He's the reason why this person's dead right here. Blame it on Nemesis. Definitely. Totally all Nemesis' fault. Oh, look at this. So we're finally going to have a bit here. We've got a half track coming up to where these two guys have those scopely Enfields. Might see them do a joint takedown of these guys if they decide to dismount up here. They open up with a grenade. They need to headshot the guy. There it is. Grenade goes off. More grenades trying to go in to stall the vehicle, but they're not going to be successful. These guys... How did T take... He just took shrapnel damage and knocked himself out. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, well, he wakes back up at least, but we see that Echo is now driving in front of where OFCRA have dismounted some potential mortar groups here. As we see these mortars in play. So we'll probably start seeing Blue 4's AOs getting shelled as we do have an Echo team getting close by. We'll finally start having some contact here. We've got the Lee Enfield trying to pick off more elements of this group driving away. Looks like the driver's been knocked out. The side guy right there has been knocked out as well. It's only Spirit that's still alive in the back, because everyone else forward just got picked off by the Lee Enfield marksman. Crazy. Damn, I swear to God. Yeah, looks like he's trying to get T to come down with him. Looks like some of these guys woke back up, though, and they're continuing their drive. We have a Bren carrier following the T-34, but I think the T-34 noticed the Bren carrier behind them. No, the gun's just turned on its side. That's weird. If they know the engine sounds, they'll be able to hear the other vehicle driving around by them. Armored car, meanwhile, is booking it back to friendly lines. Yeah, what a guy. No wonder that DLC is expensive. Yep. How expensive the SOG Prairie Fire CDLC? Yep, definitely blame that on them. In fact, everyone except Nem wanted to make it for free, but Nem's like, nah, we gotta be greedy. So we can blame Nem for that too. I'm curious, if they fire a mortar, will it hit some of these trees and kill them? Does anyone remember the training op we did a few weeks ago where Devil set up his mortar under a set of power lines, and then he fired it, it hit the power lines, the round detonated and killed everyone? Yeah, that was a time. Hopefully that won't be recreated here, but you never know. Looks like OPFOR is sending the tank and a squad of 4. Actually, no, this is the wounded group. The tank's now coming around to try to find that infantry element and eliminate them. That's an interesting call. Otherwise, OPFOR beginning their assault. I haven't seen any preparatory mortar firing here. So it looks like OPFOR has done a massive surround, but they're going to only assault one group at a time, and we have the armored car also coming in. They might spot the half-track back here, but it looks like they're not really paying attention. Oh, boy. They have turned the Flak 88 around. They're potentially sighting their own armored car, but... Wait, what? 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 Okay. Well, there was an OPFOR dude up there, and now there's not. Yeah, okay, that happened. Huh. Yeah, then he kind of like partially floated. That was a weird. All right, we'll see the armored car potentially come back and help with this assault. I'm waiting to see OPFOR detonate some of the mortar, fire some of the mortars out to here. But we definitely see a bigger defense on the south, so let's see if this first group can hold against this force. And then we have another force for OPFOR waiting on the outside. Little worried about OPFOR's tactics right now. They're not really doing a unified attack, and it looks like someone was just sniped off of the gun. There's the auto rifleman. I don't know, man. Some of this stuff is interesting, to say the least. I'm waiting to see the armored car come in and try to provide some assistance here. They might have an angle on that. We see the mortars now firing, but they're way up. They probably should have tried to sight those beforehand. So they got to double the range there. Armored car potentially coming a little bit closer as the half-track is now being utilized to knock out some of the walls here. We have a set of marksmen back here. They're trying to turn the Maxim around. They might not be able to find an angle. There is a bazooka gunner up here. If that vehicle pushes more forward, they could use it to try to take out that vehicle. Otherwise, armored car now coming in. It'll be able to stop the rest of OPFOR's infantry from getting in this breach. However, it might also spot this Vic, and it looks like the mortars are now starting to get partially ranged correctly. Though it looks like the armored car might be freaked out. The armored car is now shooting at friendlies instead of enemies. And Striker's now breaching, it sounds like a PPSH with a drum mag. And he is going to breach and clear that position on his own. And he gets a triple kill. So that entire northern group has been taken out. Bazooka now firing at the armored car because there's a massive amount of confusion and friendly fire. And it looks like we just had someone get picked off by the defensive team down here. And I gotta wonder if the VIPs are in that southern group because there's some in the village here. Looks like they moved one over here. Looks like there were no VIPs in that section there, but they're trying to defend that one VIP at that location. OPFOR, we got an invisible dude. Looks like he's only an AI. Meanwhile, looking at the rest of the map, the tank has pulled back. We've got this position right here looking at the half-track. They're just getting on the gun and driving. That's the same group that was intercepted earlier. Blue 4 trying to push in some reinforcements on that northern side. They're going to run into this other half of the OPFOR attack coming in on this side. Blue 4 also pushing forces around back here, and they're going to potentially drive right into the BA-64 armored car. And I think they just noticed them. They don't have any AT, though, which is a problem. They got some rifle grenades. I think a rifle grenade would actually be able to cook that off. But the crewman just got out. Oh my god. Blue 4 getting a very good opportunity here. Because it seems that Op4 is a bit confused. We'll check back on the action here real quick. I want to see if the Blue 4 can actually pull off this ambush. If Pi gets a grenade in here, it's all over. Pi is literally running for it. Throws a grenade. There's the grenade, perfectly thrown. That... I can't believe it. So now Blue 4 have the scout car. They have a half track. Little bit of retaliatory fire right here, but they're going to get in the gun of the BA-64 and start firing at him. Because they left the vehicle. Oh. That... I think this southern group is screwed because it's a 4v5. We just heard mortars landing. But there's no one to range the shots. They're landing over here. Blue 4 just lost a man. Double tap shots going in, but, I mean, Blue 4 can just take that armored car and drive away. Yep, I really cannot believe they just did that. Meanwhile, Blue 4, Parthius is now on the rear with a MAT 49, and then immediately gets gunned down by an M1 Garand. Armored car now trying to lead reinforcements inside. Panzer went up right here and he got taken out. But it looks like most of this group has been taken out because of the, they ended up in front of the OP4 element here. And the armored car is blindly driving around and actually running into some of the OP4 infantry. But there is a massive amount of OP4 infantry around on this side. So... Blue 4 vehicle thought they were safe. Looks like that final infantryman got found. Look at where they were all taken out up here. Very unfortunate for the Nigerian military here. But if this armored car realizes it's right next to a bunch of baddies, maybe that's why it's not engaging, but we hear those mortars firing off to the side. Blue 4 has a very small defensive group here. I want to quickly look back. So it looks like Blue 4, they've sent some of their other guys to get in that armored car. And you've got the gunner in here, Twig King. He's looking around. Gets out after that smoke is thrown. He doesn't want to get AT'd. Ah, but Icaster cursed him. Big shame. Otherwise, main attack is beginning on this AO. Armored car trying to drive around. I think it's hunting down the infantry right here. The driver and the gunner are not doing a good job coordinating here. Looks like they're double tapping some of the bodies, actually. Yeah, the driver's being way too finicky with it. We do have a half track coming up, and the tank is all the way up here, not really being that useful. But yeah, OPFOR's finally rallying. We're hearing some artillery landing. They've blanketed this entire southern AO in smoke, so they've got it lined up, and I'm willing to bet they probably ran out of HE. Should have ranged the rounds with smokes first, and then gone ahead with that. Oh, that's... You know, I don't know if that was intentional, because Ivno was behind foliage. Here's the thing, you're not allowed to run infantry over with vehicles. That's a vehicle DM, RDM. But if they can't see you, then it's fair game. Looking at where the vehicle drove in from, you see that there was a big bush right here, and there's another bush right here. So I highly doubt, I think they were just trying to get in this open area and said they found a player and they ran off. Now they're immediately trying to book it away. So I really doubt Roderick saw him from that angle, because he literally, this is his view, has no third person. So if there's literally a thick bush in his way, he's not going to know there's a person there. So that's unfortunate, but that is fair. And now they're blue on bluing, which makes it even funnier. Oh, we ran over an OPFOR player. Let's friendly fire to make sure it's even. Oh my god. Grenade just got thrown in as an OPFOR guy breaches. Duetson gets found. Rigel doesn't kill the VIP. Come on, buddy, do it. Come on. You're meant to be the bad guy. Do bad guy things. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You just looked at him. Execute the mission. Wrong execution! Almost killed a friendly. Oh, we're hearing some more shots here. I think they found another VIP. And they just executed him, unless they just did another blue on blue. It's hard to say. They're still trying to figure out if they need to... Oh my gosh. More shots over here as Diego, I think, just killed an op for... No, that might have been a blue 4 guy, actually, with the checkered camo. It's really hard to say. And now the tank found the armored car and took it out. And Roderick eats shit. Okay. Can Whiteside channel his inner Audrey Hotto and solo the rest of this AO and win the match? That's a grenade. Oh. Huh. Anyway. Has that guy been executed yet? I don't even remember where it was. He was in this building. Because OPFOR need to execute them. Excellent. All right, so OPFOR at least has, I think, 2 points on the field. Beautiful toss. I agree. We're at the 51-minute mark, so there's still about 30 or so minutes for OPFOR to rally and then hit the other AO. Looks like Blue 4 came in and counterattacked, and we're able to take out the rest of the OPFOR here. And there's literally a man named 73 Easton's now running for it. Ha! But Blue 4 can just mount up in the vehicle and rejoin. We do have 2 Blue 4 marksmen over here. They might be able to come in and help thin out some of the remaining OPFOR. If they can thin out enough OPFOR, though, OPFOR won't have the infantry to make that final assault in the south. Blue 4 is going all in, holding the humanitarian camp with what remains of their force, rather than... Wait. Whiteside's awake. He's dead. The Django just unchained him from life. And he bayonets him in the ass for good measure. Well, never mind. I don't cast or curse people, they just happen to die at the same time. Alright, you got the HQ team back here, looking at all the smoke, wondering what the heck's going on. They're in their little fancy command cars back there with their marksmen. But otherwise, that appears to be it. Really, it's up to T and Henry here to do some thinning out. I don't think 73 is going to be able to get around and kill all 4 of these dudes. Oh, it's MacMarine, yeah. MacMarine and Lolo generally know what they're doing in a PvP sense, so we'll see if they're paying attention. Is that... Are you... Huh. It's so cool. No, let it play out. I'm sure they've got a good reason. Just let it play out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's because these guys have a checkered uniform and the other uniform is solid. So they're super confused on PID right now. I love how Bobby is our litmus test to see if a player base is doing something stupid or not. And when he laughs about it, that's the test. So it looks like Easton actually got a kill, because these are now 3 people. Interesting. HQ's now driving up. I thought it was going to be these 2 marksmen thinning out OPFOR. I wasn't expecting OPFOR to thin out OPFOR. That makes it easier. All right, Spirit, come on. You're at -2, buddy. You're all that's left. Can Spirit channel his inner Rodri Hado and win the match? I just saw him use a radio. Therefore... what the hell? We just saw the tank fire into... Oh my god, the tank is now trying to destroy this turret because it sees it as a threat, not realizing that it's all friendlies next to him. Hold on, what's the uniform of the tank here? Oh, I can't tell because it unrenders them. Oh, this is... Imagine OPFOR actually finally having unit cohesion, only to realize that it's brought everyone together and everyone thinks they need to kill each other. Just let it happen, you know? If only there was some sort of like communication device someone could use to like call in and go, hey, are you friendly? Friendlies in Cherno? Friendlies at Chihidi? Hello? Ah, yes, the secret Blue 4. Meanwhile, these Blue 4 are wondering, what's all that shooting? I thought we were the only two here. Yeah, who knows? Here comes Spirit. Ready to hit you as hard as Spirit Airlines with those hidden fees. Bro's really gonna do this. Alright, let's go. Hello, are you friendly? I'm using my radio to talk to you. Hi. Hi? Hey, buddy. Hey! 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 Stop it! Stop it! Oh. Wait, they're still going! They're still going! It's still going! No fucking way! Now OPFOR is spooked! Get him! Rattle him, boys! Where's the contacts? We're under attack! There's more coming in from the side! Take him down! That's literally Ground Command's team over there. Come on! Finish them. Finish them. Every time when I think it's over, it's not over. They're wearing our uniforms. They're clearly infiltrators. Shoot them. Meanwhile, the actual two Blue 4 units here just kind of messing with the tank. Hey, look, a stolen pack gun. You guys want to listen to Dead Chat real quick? Hey, let's have a listen.
Uniform, because he has a dark uniform. It's easy to PID comparatively.
Yeah.
But like the rest of us didn't have that uniform. Like we're all fucking half and half.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Playing the mission, Mr. White?
Oh god, I thought we were at the south objective.
How many more OPFOR will die to OPFOR before the Blue 4 snipers actually kill somebody? Find out at 11.
Find out at 11.
Liru, I don't think you understand.
Tell me.
Oh, I've seen all of it, buddy. And just when I thought it was over, Mr. Cool and Noobass opened up on it. Oh, he's on con now. They got him. Ladies and gentlemen, they got him.
Let's go.
I think OPFOR has killed more OPFOR than Blue 4 to OPFOR. That was really funny watching Twig throw a grenade. It wasn't Twig, it was one of the guys in his team. Throw a grenade and kill 4 people because the crew decided to get out of a BA-64. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
And then I got in the gun.
And then you mowed another 2 down before they blew it up, but it's like, damn.
It's the second time for the
Yeah,
19th squad,
PID
because
hater.
in the last game, at the end of the game, they also got team killed by TSB. So now they are being team killed and they retaliate because they were very mad.
It's
There's
not-
a
yeah,
point
this
where
is-
if you're gonna get shot, or the person that's shooting you is gonna get shot.
Well, TSB's in Blue 4 right now. Actually, no, technically.
Yeah,
3 people got shot with the exact same.
Both times I got shot in these missions, I was screaming friendly, friendly, and trying to.
No, that's how you get shot, buddy. You have to scream friendlies in Cherno, and then they'll only kill you if you're a Bambi. Yeah, that's how it works, buddy. That's what you're doing wrong.
So what I'm doing wrong is I'm sitting in a bush and get rolled over by a tank.
That's all.
I checked the angle where Rigel drove. There's no way he would have seen you.
Rigel. Oh, you mean the blue for tank?
Or not? I'm talking about the armored car, not the tank.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Have the sniper
Because
team
I know
got
Ivno
kills?
main. No, the sniper team haven't killed anybody.
No, they got two. Henry got two.
They got two from a half track they intercepted before this village was even
Lol,
assaulted.
Okay.
They've got no kills in this AO right now. But yeah, no, Ivno main, I know for a fact, like, he just got super unlucky because there were two bushes between him and the armored car, and the armored car was just trying to circle. The armored car also thought there were OP4 in the village, and they killed like two blue 4 before the tank
Surely if
blew
they
them
get
up.
in the AT gun and then put rounds in their car.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they'll actually take the gun here, but, I mean, they've been skittish on everything else.
Don't shoot, don't shoot. No, don't shoot.
Now they're yelling, don't shoot. Anyway, I'm going to remute myself. Have fun, everybody. Let's see how much more friendly fire we get. So that's dead chat, guys. Hey, Righto Beach, welcome. You just missed some of the worst friendly fire I've ever seen in PvP. Out of, like, the 6 years of doing this. Like, it was Lulu Town. And they mentioned a group of Blue 4 that were allegedly doing blue on blue because they were name-dropping the TSB people. But their TSB was on OP4 from what I saw. Or, excuse me, Blue 4, and OP4 was doing all of the, you know, friendly fire. Anyway, this dude gets dropped as these guys are shooting. Why are they throwing grenades? What? Why does it keep happening?
Who threw the grenades?
Was that
Why
Ash?
does it keep happening?
That's Ash on 4.
Ash
on
fucking
negative 4.
killed me, I swear. Because Ash was fucking being shot at by Nubas.
Ash has still not reconnected with his team, so he doesn't know. So Ash has been
He
DK'd.
does, he saw Demovar.
No, Ash has been in and out of this village. Ash has been running in and out of this village.
So
Ash
who-
just
For the
admitted
last
it.
10,
New
15
map-
minutes.
You hear that? So that's all the people that have died. Those are all the people that have been red on red or blue on blue, and they're salty guys. But I agree. Ash took fire from up here, so he thinks these are all bad guys because they shot at him earlier. So now he's throwing in grenades. Now, the real question is, can OP4 even survive each other? They had the numbers to assault that other AO. Meanwhile, this sniper team are happy with the one kill they got. That was T getting that kill, and meanwhile, OP4 just eating themselves. I'm not sure if Ash was actually close enough. I thought the grenade came from a bit farther out, but I could be wrong. But let's see it. OP4 is playing a very dangerous game of Among Us. One of them is the traitor, and they still haven't won yet, so it could be anyone, guys. And I just heard a machine gun fire. That might have been the 34. Yep, the 34 is now engaging Blue 4. Look at that. We're actually seeing some people engaged. So it looks like Blue 4, Dr. Snuggles, and Mac Marine are driving off, maybe to go to the outpost. Looks like they're setting up the mortar here. I'm waiting to see if Ash is going to come in and potentially do more red on red because of, you know, everything else that's happened. Trouble in OP4 town. I love it. Yes. Tank's not firing AP. Callie gets knocked out. As the rounds start tearing in, we have another VIP in here. As more rounds are tearing through the top of this building. Bazooka was just fired. No, that might have actually been a mortar shot from the other village. That's exactly what it is. So they might have saved some HE, and now they're going to bombard the town here. I'm so tempted to go back in there and ask, all right, guys, who do you think the traitor is in Trouble in OP4 Town? If there's going to be content, we might as well farm it. Mortar's landing off to the right. Mortars being ineffective in PvP Arma? Wow, no way. Anyway. See, the really funny thing is I'm waiting for these guys to actually come back in and potentially open up on a few people. And then Op4 is going to think it's more red on red. Like, out of principle. Ash is still sneaking around. He thinks he's alone. Oh no, he has a different uniform from these people, so he might miss PID and shoot them even though some... Oh, God. Get him, Ash. I believe in him. Ash thinks he's all alone. Hold on, I want to hear this conversation. You're going to hear something good.
Come on, Ash.
Hold on, let's see what Ash does. Let's see what Ash does. Hold on.
That was an actual kill. That was sniper team. That was sniper team.
Oh, I didn't blast said that.
I was just unloading the motor, so...
Let's told them what's going on now.
Hey, you didn't get TK'd, so congrats to you, Mortarman. Actually.
Yeah, I mean...
You didn't get TK'd. Congrats, buddy. So yeah, they're just coming in, they're killing one dude, and they're running off, and they're just stalling this element. Meanwhile, the T-34 is driving around over here. Yeah, we need more grenades thrown in. So I think Ash was just successfully defused. I think friendly fire hit the double digits. Which I will say, there have been other instances where I have seen friendly fire hit the double digits, but that was a Russian community that had nearly 300 players on the server. So proportionally, I think this is, again, proportionally to the player count of about 100 on right now. Actually 97, a little less than 100. 10% of the deaths have been to friendly fire. Like, that's wild, dude. Meanwhile, this tank is driving around just picking people off that it sees. And Blue 4 doesn't really have any AT that can deal with it. Can you imagine you're stuck playing Trouble in Terrorist Town, meanwhile everyone else here is getting annihilated? Okay, I was about to say, like, I really hope that's not Blue 4 now doing the same thing. Is Ash Blue 4's MVP? No, I'm gonna give that to Spirit, bro. These two are still trying to, like, bait out OPFOR to come to them. Meanwhile, OPFOR's got their own problems. This has been a time, man. There was no Zeus. It was PvP. No AI, just players killing each other. And it was actually pretty fun to watch. That was Solid Games versus WOG, if I recall correctly. Weekly open games. I think Blue 4 has a very slight number advantage, but again, it's only very, very slight. We're going to see, it's another 15 minutes before the objectives down here are cashed in. We'll see how many VIPs OPFOR managed to snipe. Dr. Snuggles cannot seem to get to his or her patient Mac Marine over here because the tank keeps pinning him down. And it was limp. Cheeseburger might have to get a little bit closer. Oh, fuck! Never mind, that's making the tank run off. Artheax trying to run up, maybe he has some explosive charges. Yeah, I wouldn't waste all your AT, because the tank's going to reposition and eventually come back, though it is kind of funny to watch this T-34 struggle to get around. Artheax trying to get some AT grenades on it is ineffective, though, as OPFOR is now moving a majority of their force onto this hilltop. Artheax is going to be alone. Well, yeah, this went from casual conversation to one of the most interesting failures of Arma 3 PvP I've ever seen. That's why I always like covering PvP when I can. Sometimes I don't because, you know, my computer is full or I've got, you know, other shit going on. But, oh, man. This one was interesting. Looks like Dr. Snuggles was able to find Mac Marine and start doing medical. Mac on 3 kills. Good for him. Maybe Mac will survive. Otherwise, two-man sniper team now going in trying to get a third kill, and they're going to find OFCRA moving on. Or, excuse me, OPFOR, Jesus. I still try to cover HK, yes. I haven't been able to the past few weeks because I've been busy with other things, unfortunately. But when I get back from vacay, if they're still running, I will be trying. Yeah, no problem. Oh, it's back to hiatus? Okay. Damn. It was a bit of a funky one. I'm actually surprised by that, because the first half, I could have sworn their midway season was only like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So if that's the case, if HK's back on hiatus, then that just opens up another op slot for me on Tuesday. Huh. Wow. All right. Blue 4 guy. Oh, God. As I see that Blue 4 guy saying, now we saw an op 4 guy go down in real time. Last mission was really fucked. Because I know the last mission we covered, I think, was 3 weeks ago with the ship. All right. Well, if that's the case, then we'll just wait for Season 3 to come out, which might be a while. Cats versus Settler on the finals? Gotcha. All right, OPFOR now trying to rush in. They've got about 12 minutes left to find the VIPs and eliminate them. Blue 4 just has to stall for that amount of time. But Blue 4 could very well get wiped right here. It just means we'll have a second Zeus op on Tuesdays then. Alright, OPFOR starting their breach. Blue 4's a little spaced out, but we see Demovar trying to get up to the 2-story access. He does. Goes in and gets both of them with that Mat 49. He's on 5 kills. Submachine guns in CQC. I mean, that's going to reign supreme. Q-Boy pushed up. He's down. Cali trying to cover. We hear that tank circled back around. It's now engaging what it can. We saw Flak 88 trying to lower, but it couldn't get the gun depression down enough to actually engage the 34, but now it's panicking and driving away. 2 Blue 4 marksmen trying to come back as well. OPFOR, though, are only down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 players and the tank crew. Blue 4, meanwhile, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 players. So that friendly fire is definitely screwed with them a bit. The defenders have a 2-to-1 infantry advantage. Dr. Snuggles trying to drive the vehicle around. Mac Marine up again. Garfield's holding the door with an M1 Garan. That's a pretty big caliber. One shot will take you out. Snuggles getting out. Demovar trying to get on the second story. Depso hears the footsteps. Catches Demovar in the back and takes him out. If he can grab Demovar's submachine gun, that's going to be a better choice for this CQC. But the carbine, I mean, it's a good bridge between the range you need for these outdoor engagements and the CQC you need for the indoor. Morphe telling my boss, my bots, my bot, what is up? I think Emil just killed Dixby as he tried to run in. PHK now trying to find an angle on him. Emil might spot him immediately if Emil's not looking in that direction. So he's now taking fire from, I think, the Django. And he gets knocked. 2 marksmen about to go up on this hilltop, though. The tank is driving around, though, so they're lane hidden. OPFOR only down to a handful of guys. curious if the group here has any AT grenades. Combs now coming up. Tank quickly identifies him. Hopefully Combs is far enough so overpressure doesn't really affect him. Garfield watching the door. He now breaks away. There's no other way up there, though. Tank is now firing at some of the garrisons up here. That's making some of these Blue 4 guys get down. We have 2 VIPs here, and there might be a crossfire situation where we have a VIP get shot. Another VIP was found in this building. He's taken out. So I think Blue 4 have at least 3 of the points for VIPs. We got Ash on the outskirts. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't realize. Yeah, okay. Ash is a medic, and he has -7 kills. I think he's not taking his oath to heart anymore. Corner gets pre-fired. I'm really tempted to see if Bro had a Springfield. Oh my god. I gotta kill that other VIP quick. I thought he had an M1 Garand. I didn't notice the bolt there. PHK pre-firing the corners when you see that other VIP get killed. There it is. And I think Op4 have at least 4 or 5 points here. Ash coming around. Laying in the tall grass. Takes out Mr. White. Fires on Depso. Runs away. Grenade gets thrown in the tall grass. Oh, long throw, but the corn absorbs most of it. Tank now firing. Retaliatory grenade gets caught. Ash running around. Artheic also doesn't realize where those shots are coming from. Oh, Ash is going to catch Arthie. Takes him out. Mac Marine's running up. Does he have an explosive solution? Maybe he has some AT grenades that he can use on that T-34. Marksman back here. Continue. Well, okay, no. Henry's on 4 kills now. T on 2, so 6 between them. So clearly whatever they're doing is netting a few kills. Emil woke back up. He's staying low. So neither side has 8 players remaining. So they're not going to get the 3-point bonus. Op4 has at least 4 points on the board. I think Op4 might have won this, in all honesty. Gerald just annihilated the building. 20 minutes remaining. I think Op4 won. Because Blue 4 have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's not 8 or more. So they can't get the 3 points on survival. Op4, so Blue 4 can't get that bonus. Op4 clearly doesn't have 8 or more. They're down to, I think, 4. Yeah, we got a solo driver right there. They've killed at least 4 or 5 of the VIPs, so that's a point per VIP, so that's at least 4 points on the board, because we confirmed 3 dead in here, 1 dead over in the other village. The only thing that's remaining is the outpost over here that's worth 2 points. So, Blue 4 might get a point for the surviving VIP that we haven't found yet. But if they run over and they take the outpost, that's only worth 2 points. I think Op4 won, despite all the friendly fire. I'm gonna wait till the end, or when the devs call it, because it's gonna probably be decided in here. Depso comes in, kills Ash. And Ash sits at a lovely final score of -5. Oh my god. I think Ash has killed more people in this scenario than anybody else. It's a shame that most of them were his teammates. But for the point tally, I think Op4 won. Hop into dead chat. Let's hear it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ash, what were you thinking when you're killing those poor men who were just talking with each other, hanging around?
Wait, let Ash speak. Let Ash speak.
I wasn't alone.
Yeah, I know. But I was like, hey, united again. People are united again. Some fucking duty streak, mate. Oh my god.
I think Ash is not.
It was meant to be H, not G. I was reaching for the H button.
I think he got
meant to be a
He was reaching for
13 kills.
She killed 8 friendlies.
So Ash's defense is he was reaching for the H button. Okay.
Oh my god, they put this HE
Alright.
As you know, there's an option
Perfect
in
18 gun
options that you can double press G to throw a grenade.
You could have also shouted "bad nade."
I did.
But
There's a
what
very
about
short
the other
fuse on
guys?
that frag.
Oh my god. So it was a bad nade that killed 7 people. Interesting. Depso, yes, just died. I don't know what. Now it's up to PHK. He's solo breaching here. My cat made me press the button. Yeah, you never know, man. Those pesky cats. Max 18, the tank. The T-34 using some crazy evasive maneuvers. What? 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 Can't. I fucking can't. What? This is why War Thunder and World of Tanks are 2 separate games. Alright, I don't know what to say at that. I think Mac just spotted PHK. Man just dodged. There goes PHK. Now Gerald's the last OPFOR guy. So what happened there was the tank clipped on that vehicle and somehow armored itself onto the rooftop just as Mac Marine threw an AT grenade. That was something. That was certainly something. I think I caught most of Ash's kills, yeah. No, we covered a lot. It wasn't just Ash. There was like 3 or 4 different instances of OPFOR friendly fire, and there was at least 2 or 3 of Blue 4 friendly fire. This was an amazing round in the worst possible sense. I still think it's going to be an OPFOR victory because at least 4 VIPs died. Neither side's getting the 3-point survival bonus. And then the outpost is worth 2, so I'm pretty sure this is GG. We'll be back in 3 hours for POG, pay for campaign. We have a lot of interesting ways for that to go. All right, here we go. So failed, completed. All 5 of them were completed. So OPFOR have 5 points on the board. There is no way that Blue 4 can win because Blue 4 do not have at least 8 people still alive. It is an OPFOR victory. So if I have a mod in chat, if you want to pay it out to OPFOR, feel free. But that is... wow. Just wow. No mods? Damn. It's time to fire them all. Just doing a quick reconfirmation. Yeah, only 6 Blue 4 remaining. They're friendly wiggling. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to wrap it up here because he's going to have to stay in the tank or dismount. Blue 4 doesn't have any AT to take him out. It doesn't matter anymore. It's an OPFOR victory. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. We'll be back in 3 hours. Otherwise, cheers, guys, and have a good one. What the hell?